Hello everyone. Okay, welcome back to our trainings. We've gotten so many messages about our trainings. So this is 5 easy ways to jumpstart your fat loss, okay? And I've dedicated my whole life to helping you guys with getting to feeling good about yourself by losing the weight the right way, right? And I spent so many years disliking how I looked, disliking how I felt, just trying to navigate, autoimmune, thyroid, early menopause, and I did some crazy things, right? And I did not think of the consequences it would help. Not only it would have on my mindset, but long-term health and my metabolism, okay? So we are here to work on our mindset, our relationship with food, and long-term. But we really want you guys to get a jump start, right? But not doing it in unhealthy ways. So the key is to get this jump start, but not to focus so much on the scale, but to focus on the habits. So like in a year, we're 50 pounds down or whatever we want to be down, but we have sustained the weight. So you can drop 20 pounds easily, not eating carbs or whatever, but you will definitely find them. Let me know in the comments if you have been there, if you've dropped 20 pounds pretty quickly, but you found them and more pretty quickly as well. So today we are talking about, I love the loves here. We are talking about real ways to jumpstart progress and keep it off and not fail and not feel like that. My phone fell. And not feel like that demoralization, right? That feeling of like feeling demoralized and just frustrated and like all that like mental health just feeling really, really bad. So I want to add that these are some jump starts that you should avoid, right? So avoid these jump starts, okay? First of all, avoid doing things like avoid anything like Whole30 or something that will take away entire food groups, okay? Because unless you're allergic to something, you shouldn't avoid eating it, right? Because there's going to be events, there's going to be things, and you're going to have to, the truth is you're going to have to learn how to navigate things. So if you are doing something that is taking away whole food groups, that's not sustainable. What happens is I know people who've like done Whole30, then they feel really good, and as soon as it's over, there's an end point, and they go back and they gain all the weight, and then some, they find it, and then they feel really like not good about themselves. So don't do anything that takes away an entire food group. You have to learn how to navigate things, right? Don't do anything that focuses on what not to eat versus what you do need to eat, okay? You should be focusing on like what you need to eat, right? Like the things, your actual targets, what you have to eat, right? You want to be hitting your targets. And my clients who work with me, we focus on the things we have to hit. We have to hit certain targets, right? And don't focus on anything that's all or nothing and restrictive, okay? Because the all or nothing, and we are women, we tend to have these type A perfectionist mentality. Let me know in the comments if you are like a type A kind of, and you're a perfectionist kind of mentality, and you can get into that all or nothing mindset. And the truth is you have to have that knowledge and the confidence, and the mindset is like 99% of it, to learn how to not have that all or nothing mentality, because that will be your like biggest saboteur. So the truth is it's so simple, right? But it's science facts. And so, we've all done all those things that they don't actually work. And what happens is a lot of times our expectations, when they're not met, right? When we're not losing weight like in a straight line, when it's kind of, when we don't have what we want, we just get discouraged and then we quit. Okay. So what we want to, really, really just do the right things without quitting. That's a huge, huge part of it. Okay. So after this video, Okay, I want you guys to go through this group and use all the resources. We have so many resources. We have workouts, we have meals, we have food suggestions, we have ways to work on your mindset, because the biggest thing is, I know this sounds crazy, but it is not quitting and keep going, right? Just to keep going. There's tons of free resources. Send me a Facebook friend request if we're not friends. If you have any questions, reach out. We love helping people. And we also can, set you up and talk to us. We do one-on-one plans for people as well. Okay, so let's get to the nitty-gritty. What does it mean to actually jumpstart your progress? Okay, so progress is different for every single person, right? Like you can lose like 5 to 10 pounds a week, but you're not really gonna jump. It's not gonna be sustainable, right? So you can make that progress, but you don't want to, because you don't want to find it later. So you are in the right place for things that actually do work today, right? Because you want to be sustainable. You want to, in a year from now, you want to have the tools, you want to have the strategies, you want to do the right things so that you are living this and it's easy. It's a great journey. You are losing weight with joy, and you're maintaining, and you are a fit person mentally and physically. So number one is begin by tracking your calories and find easy ways to just take a couple calories off every day, right? Because the thing is, when most people start dieting, they're either cutting off, like, they're thinking they don't need carbs, or, they take off dairy or whatever, or they drastically cut their calories. None of these things are sustainable. So ditch restriction, just be aware. So this could be like easy things, right? So you can swap out, like if you normally have 5 alcoholic drinks, just take out like 2, right? Or if you normally have like 4 big stacks a day, just take out 2, right? One thing that will really, really help you is to pre-plan your food. So the night before, the morning before, like pre-plan what you want to eat. You can start doing that today. That's something really, really smart to do. And there's so many apps right now that are free that you can use. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is every time you eat, go for 20 to 30 grams of protein every time. And you should get a food scale. Okay, so you can actually, you shouldn't guess, because everyone thinks they have. Let me get my food scale. So, I recommend just getting a regular food scale on Amazon. This is one, and measuring in grams or ounces. People think they're eating enough protein. This is essential for women, and you're guessing. This is important. You're training your brain. See, the thing is, you think you're eating enough protein to measure it is accurate. I place like a paper towel on, and then I'll make sure I'm measuring. You're not gonna have to track it forever, but especially we're starting to jumpstart. You want to make sure, okay? Protein will help keep you full. It helps with boost your metabolism. It helps with muscle tone. It's like the best. There's nothing bad about protein. Women need protein so badly. There's so many good things about it, right? That's just a huge deal. So that's one thing you can start doing immediately. Number 3, eat more meals at home. So there's so many better things about eating more food at home. You're more in control of your food and your portion sizes. Food quality is higher. There's more whole foods, and you can plan it better. So when I ask people, I'm like, how many meals do you have out or order in a week? People are like 1 or 2. But then when I look at them, when I actually look, because I work with a lot of women, they're going out or ordering way more than they think they are. Way more. And there are ways that you can get better at this, because when you are eating at home, you can control how much you're having. You can have way more vegetables and fruit, right? Think about when you're tracking your food, you'll find how little fruit and vegetables that you're having, right? Because the average American, 1 out of 10 Americans eats the recommended amount of vegetable a year. We're all American, most of us who are listening, right? So try this. So to start, look at what you're eating and try, if you go out 4 times a week, try to go for 2, right? And that takes a little bit of pre-planning. If you're out the whole day, right, instead of just going out for meals that you don't have to go out for, pack something, right? That's one thing that you can do. Number 4, move throughout the day, right? Try to move throughout the day. We know this. Park further away, take walks. Everything counts as movement. I have a lot of parents who work with me. There are things that you can do to move, right? That you don't think about, that you can do. Wake up early, do your workout, right? Stuff like that. Walk a little bit, get outside. Even if it's 5 minutes, it's better than nothing. And number 5 is metabolic strength training. Okay, a lot of people, either there's 2 camps. There's people who don't work out at all, okay? And then there's people who overwork out. They do so much cardio, right? And they're not seeing any results on the scale because their cortisol is so crazy, right? And that in turn, it's like a cycle. It's making you hungry. You're eating way too much food, right? Or your cortisol is just, you're so stressed out, and it's your body's a stress ball. So we want to do the right type of workouts. So now that you know the 5, how do we take upon this Jumpstart? So my first suggestion is, for number 1, for tracking your food, start with something slow. Start tracking 1 weekday and 1 weekend, because there's a lot of people who, like, their weekdays are really good, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they're kind of like, well, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even if it's just those 3 days, it's like half the week, right? That's a huge piece. Start seeing what you're doing, right? Start understanding your food behaviors. Number 2 is get a food scale, right, for the protein. So you're seeing how much protein you have, and start trying to have one protein every meal. Try, right? You're not going to be perfect, but try, because you don't want to get in that all or nothing mentality. Number 3 is try to eat more meals at home, and be conscious of this. Make kind of decisions based on that. If you're always going out to eat with your friends, like constantly, maybe do some walking, like, dates with your friends, right? Maybe, like, you go out to eat 5 times a week, change it to 2. Walk more. For number 4, move more. Instead of driving, maybe walk some places. Try to just move in general. And number 3, try metabolic strength training. If you would like, we can send you over a workout. We'll be super happy to do that. Just, under this message, you can let us know workout, and we'll send you a workout that's kind of like fit for you, because we don't want to do something that's too advanced. We want it to be kind of more for you. So if you plan on doing one of these things, we'd love to know it. These will definitely jumpstart your progress. Let us know. And if you enjoyed this video, we'd love that emoji up here, so we will do more. Love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful